Hey, Mr. Richards here. Today's 6th grade Unit 6 Lesson 11 Anchor Problems. In Problem 1, Naya has a summer job working at a restaurant. She wants to have at least $500 by the end of the summer. If Naya works for 8 weeks over the summer, how much should she save each week? Write and solve the inequality. Explain what your solution means in the context of the situation. Well, she has 8 weeks, and if she solves X dollars per week, she wants to have at least $500. Well, this 8x, this amount of money she wants at least 500. She wants this to be greater than or equal to the 500. In other words, the 8 weeks multiplied by the money saved each week wants to be at least $500. And so if we come over here to solve it now, we ask ourselves, what's the opposite of multiplication? And that is division. So when I divide by 8 on both sides, 8 divided by 8 is 1, so that cancels that out. We're just left with 1x, in other words, is greater than or equal to, and as we come over to our calculator, 500 divided by 8 equals 62 5/10. But since we're dealing with money, we'll put a 0 in the dollars or the penny place as well. So we have x is greater than or equal to $62.50. In other words, what does it mean? She needs to save at least $62.50 each week. Let's move on to the next question. Problem 2. Omar has a gift card to a department store in the amount of $100. He spends $58 on a pair of boots and then $26 on a sweater. Omar also wants to buy a hat at the store. Using his gift card, what is the most he can spend on the hat? Write and solve the inequality and explain what your solution means in the context of this situation. We have $26 on the sweater plus $58 for the boots plus $8 for the hat. Now, he's not going to spend more than the $100. And so this amount of money needs to be less than or equal to 100. And so the first thing we're actually going to do here is simplify this left side. We're going to take the 26 and add it to the 58. And that's 84. So 84 plus h needs to be less than or equal to the 100. Then we'll subtract 84 from both sides. The 84 minus 84 cancels out to be 0. We have 0 plus h, or just h, is less than or equal to, and 100 minus 84 is 16. So that's the answer to the inequality. Explain what it means. Omar can spend $16 or less on a hat. Problem 3. I'm going to flat out solve inequalities now. All right, I'm going to rewrite a over here just to have more room. X divided by 3 is less than 27. Well, what's the opposite of division? Multiplication. So if I multiply by 3 here on both sides, what ends up happening is this 3 divided by 3 is just 1. And so we're left with x is less than whatever 27 times 3 is. So if I take 27 times 3, that's going to equal 81. So x is less than 81 is our answer. Whoops, wrong one. How about that one? Now, it doesn't say to graph, but just to graph it, we're going to have an open circle at 81. And I like listing a number smaller, 80, and a number bigger, 82. And I ask myself, is 80, if I put that in for x, less than 81? Yes. Is 82 less than 81? No. So we're shading towards where it's less. You'll have some examples in your homework, your problem set, where you do need to be able to graph. Now if we come to B, x minus 17 and 45/100ths is greater than 30 and 6/10. The opposite of subtraction is addition. So if I add 17 and 45/100ths to both sides here, this minus 17 and 45/100ths plus 17 and 45/100ths is 0, so it cancels. We're left with x is greater than whatever 30 and 6/10 plus 17 and 45/100ths is, and that is 48 and 5/100ths. So x is greater than 48 and 5/100ths. We'll just leave it at that. And I do believe, as we come up on these blank screens, that that's actually it for these notes. And so we're solving and graphing some inequalities today, and we're actually taking some word problems to write and solve inequalities as well. So that is it for this 6th grade, Unit 6, Lesson 11, Anchor Problems. Good luck.